Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to be continuing on with the Teddy B's Master Scent List series that I'm doing, and we are going to focus on all of the scents that start with the letter C. There are a lot of them, more than I can do in one sit down segment here, and so you're gonna see me in multiple different outfits. I told myself just take it 20 cents or so at a time and focus on those 20, and then another day film another portion and we'll just put all the clips together. So that's why you'll see me in multiple outfits. I am going to give an introduction to the series if this is the first time you're clicking on one of these videos or just need a refresher. But if you know the deal, feel free to skip to the first scent. I have every scent timestamp down below, so feel free to skip the introduction if you don't need to hear it. But this series is a series that I'm doing going through the Teddy B's Master Scent List. I am sharing the scents that I have as well as the scents that I don't have. I'm trying to guess what it might smell like or tell you if it's something that I would be interested in trying. I also have a spreadsheet that goes along with this video series because a spreadsheet is a living document, and so as I get new scents, warm new things, I can update my spreadsheet for how I feel about a certain scent. So my spreadsheet down below is linked. You do have to request access to it, but it goes right to my email, so I will approve you to view it, and then you have access. You can save it, make your own copy of it, and make edits as you see fit. So that's really great, I hope, for you guys. And I think it's the most updated Teddy B spreadsheet that exists because her spreadsheet on the website looks to be about a year off date. So I've tried to go in to the best of my ability and fill out scents that I thought were missing. But if I'm missing anything in particular from the C category, that's what I'm working on right now, please let me know. Videos that I haven't filmed yet, I haven't went through those scents in any detail. I'm just kind of taking them section by section. I do have a puppy here that could be making some noise throughout the video, so just bear with me for that. This video, as well as all of my other videos for Teddy B's, live in a Teddy B's playlist on my channel, so if you love Teddy B's, I would recommend checking that video out. But let's get started with the scents. First step is Cabin in the Woods, and this is one I do have. This has notes of fir needles, smoked woods, marshmallow fireside, cedarwood, sandalwood, and minty snow. This is one that Stephanie really, really loves. I enjoy it a lot as well, and I'm so happy for Stephanie and for all of us that she brought this scent back early in 2024 because it is just the most amazing winter fragrance. You really get that smoked woods, and I think that's the oil that really makes this. It is woodsy but very smoky. It almost reminds me a lot of a Cabin in the Woods, but it reminds me of, you have the cabin but you're standing outside of the cabin and you have a bonfire going and you've been cutting down trees all day or something like that, doing work around the cabin. So you have the scent of the cabin. Maybe there's some snow falling, gives the air a little bit of freshness, and then the bonfire and the wood is giving it that smoked wood fragrance. This is such a cozy, warm winter scent, but you definitely have to like smoky to at least an extent. It's not overly smoky, but it's a little bit smoky, and you have to like tree to some extent. But this is beautiful, such a nice winter scent. I probably will melt this in January because it fits January to me. But love this one so much, highly recommend. Next is Campfire Stories. So I don't have this one to share with you physically, but I have had this one in the past. This is one of Natalie's absolute favorite scents, and I had a loaf of it left, and I gifted it to her for her birthday because she loves this scent so very much. This is Ooey Gooey S'mores, Cold Night Winds, and Sweet Vanilla Woods. This seems like a very popular one. I think this was offered in 2024. And I think when it was offered, it was the highest requested blend to come back. So this is one that I know a lot of you love. I enjoy this one. It's a pretty scent, but I have come to find out that I'm not a huge s'mores fan. And to me, the s'mores on this really stands out. I get a little bit of chocolate, a lot of graham cracker from this. You definitely get the sweet vanilla. Not really sure what Cold Night Winds is, but to me, this is a s'mores heavy blend. So if you like s'mores, you would probably really love Campfire Stories. Next is Candy Canes and Cocoa Bombs, a blend of peppermint candy, creamy hot cocoa, praline, and vanilla. Never tried this one. I've never seen this one, I don't think either. Sounds like your classic holiday fragrance, also really good for January on a snowy day. I would like to try this one. I do like chocolate and wax in the form of hot cocoa. That's really about the only time I ever melt chocolate and wax, but I do enjoy that combination. So we have Carpe Diem, raspberry, cranberry, iced champagne, sweet lavender, honeydew melons, and fizzy citrus. To me, this screams New Year's Eve. The sweetness from the raspberry, the cranberry, the champagne, the citrus. This just seems that like I would melt something like this on New Year's Eve. Sounds so pretty. I definitely like a cranberry during the holiday season. Ice champagne, fizzy. I don't go for too many fizzy scents anymore, but there are certain times like summertime, really hot summer days that I enjoy a fizzy scent, as well as like New Year's Eve. So that sounds really pretty. Have you guys ever tried that one or any of them that I have mentioned that I haven't tried? I would love to know what your thoughts are on them. Next up is Carter. I do have Carter. Having in, I think, a couple of loaves probably. This is such a beautiful fragrance. Smoky Woods, Campfire Marshmallows, White Birch, Palo Santo, Icy Snow, and Vanilla. This one is very similar to my nose to Winterfell, if you've ever had that blend. You really get the white birch, you get this creamy marshmallow, a little bit of smokiness from the Smoky Woods or maybe the campfire. It's really heavy white birch to me though, and a lot of vanilla. Very vanilla forward. I love the smokiness of this. This is a great, slightly smoky, woodsy blend, and to me, this is very much winter. Very similar, like I said, to Winterfell. So if you like Winterfell and she's not offering it, but she's offering Carter, I would recommend picking this up because they have a lot of similar notes. And to me, they smell very similar. There's like one or two notes that are different and I can't remember what they are, but highly recommend this scent if you like white birch, if you like, I feel like even saying white birch maybe is misleading because it definitely is birch, but some birch can come off really sharp. This is not that. This is so creamy and so well blended with the vanilla notes and the smoky woods. This is not sharp in any way. So don't be concerned about that. If that's something that you don't particularly like, but maybe you want to try this, I would recommend it. I think you would enjoy it. Cashmere and Apples. So this is one that Summer Michelle sent me a sample of because I have never tried this one. So a huge thank you to Summer for doing this. This has notes of white cashmere woods, beach treats, notes of apples, and damp woods. All I know about this is that I need this in a large quantity. This smells so good. To me, this is very body care apple in a way. The cashmere is not cashmere cream, which is great. This is probably a scent that I would have maybe avoided based on the notes. Only the white cashmere woods. I love beech trees, apple, damp woods. Damp woods screams my name, but the cashmere probably would have deterred me a little bit. This is not cashmere cream. This isn't an overindulgent cashmere where it takes over the whole blend or anything like that. It is just sweet and subtle, gives you that cozy kind of body care fragrance. You definitely get the apples. It says notes of apples, but the apple is very present. But mixed with the beech trees and the cashmere woods, it's just a beautiful body care type of fragrance. I don't know what about this would be damp woods. I definitely get a little bit of a woody scent, whether it's coming from the damp woods or the white cashmere woods, but it is for sure more in the background. This is a stunning fragrance. I think would be so good for the bedrooms and bathrooms. It's fresh and girly and body care-esque. Beautiful. Cashmere and Birchwood. This says bourbon vanilla, vetiver, birchwood, fireside essence, and warm amber. Oh, this one is so pretty. You definitely get a little bit of the bourbon, this kind of really deep masculine scent. I get the birchwood. I get that fireside essence. It's just a hint of smoke. It's not overly smoky, just a touch. Vetiver, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure what vetiver smells like. I don't think I could pick it out if I knew what it smelled like. I do get a little bit of the amber. There's something that makes this kind of perfumey in a way. This is such a pretty bedroom scent, but also I would use this for the open concept because it's woodsy and cozy with a little bit of fire notes. Really, really pretty fragrance. Next is Cashmere Bubble Bath. I do not have this one. I know it's been offered a little bit recently. This is a sensual blend of vanilla rose, cashmere cream, comfort type, and bubbly milk bath. I avoided this one because of a couple of reasons. One, the cashmere cream, and two, the rose that's in here. From what I gather, this is a very nice, like milky bath, bubble bath type of fragrance, but I'm a little afraid of the rose and the cashmere cream. So if you've tried this one, let me know what you think. Is it overly rose heavy, or is it just a nice kind of soothing bathroom scent? Cashmere and Lace. Cashmere cream, clothespins, cotton soft vanilla, and vanilla lace. Now I have a blend from her called Cotton Soft Vanilla. We'll get to it later in the video. So I wonder if it's that type of scent plus some of the other notes. I think this sounds actually really, really pretty. Again, with the cashmere cream, I'm not so sure about that. But the Cotton Soft Vanilla is such a very light laundry scent. It has a lot of vanilla to it. Then you add the vanilla lace, so it kind of extra vanillifies it and perfumes it up a little bit. I could see this being a really pretty vanilla perfumey laundry fragrance. And I think that I would actually really like to try this one at some point if it ever came back. And that's kind of surprising because I'm not a big laundry person and I'm not a big cashmere person, like I've mentioned, but just the combination of that sounds like such a soothing laundry, ultra feminine laundry type fragrance. Next is Cashmere Pines. Cashmere cedar, cashmere cream, and vanilla pine cones. Yes, that sounds so good. I love pine cone. I love cashmere cedar, again with the cashmere cream. A lot of cashmere right in this section. I'm trying to do them alphabetically to the best of my ability. This sounds like a really beautiful woodsy blend. I think the cashmere cream probably will add a little bit of perfuminess, and I feel like I say that a lot about Teddy B's blends, but I truly think that she does so many amazing perfumey type scents. And so I think adding the cashmere cream to this just would make it that nice body care type of fragrance. Next is Cashmere Winter. This is sweater weather, cashmere cotton, and cashmere cedar. Never heard of cashmere cotton. This combination in general sounds amazing. I'm a huge fan of sweater weather though, and so this just really appeals to me. I know that not everybody is a big sweater weather person. The one concern I guess I would have about this is that the sweater weather would take over the other notes. I do find when it is blended that it is definitely the prominent note in a blend. And so I would hope that the cashmere cedar and whatever this lovely cashmere cotton sounds, scent sounds like, that those notes would come out a little bit more. But it sounds like a really beautiful, fresh and woodsy winter time fragrance. And I love like the mintiness of sweater weather because it just makes you feel like you're outside on a really cold day. I think that sounds beautiful. I would definitely pick that up if I saw it. Catacomb of the Witch. This is one that I forgot this year to put in my October melting basket, and I'm kicking myself, but I'll have to melt it next year. This is dark plums, rich vanilla, black amber, bonfire bliss, and vanilla woods. So this was offered last year. I should write that down. I don't know if I've written that down. No. This was the September 2023 pre-order. Pretty sure it hasn't been back since then. This is so beautiful. You really get the plums and the amber is what I get the most of. Slight woodsy notes. I don't get a ton of bonfire bliss. Bonfire bliss is a very strong, smoky fireside scent to my nose. This is very heavy on the black amber and the plum. Such a beautiful blend. It would have been perfect for October. Honestly, it would be perfect now too, because plums, I feel like, will work really well around Christmas time as well. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And look at that color of wax. I wonder if I have any more of this. I hope this is not my only tub, or that it makes a return by the time I finish this, because this is an absolutely stunning fragrance. Cedar Garland, the smell of fresh cedar and Christmas trees. I love the scent of Christmas trees. I'm not as big as a fan of fresh cedar. I do still like it, but of all of the tree notes, that's not normally my like top favorite, but I would still give this a try. It's probably just a really fresh, outdoorsy tree scent, and I think that would be really pretty. Cersei Lannister. I don't think I marked down. This is a Game of Thrones blend. I'm like remembering things as I go through each scent. This, I was kind of surprised it didn't make the like half Game of Thrones pre-order that she had this year, but it sounds like a really pretty blend. This is Palo Santo, Cassis, Fig, Jasmine, Patchouli, Musk, and Tonka Bean. Again, a scent that seems very perfume-like to me. I wonder if this is a dupe of anything. If you guys have tried this, let me know what you think, and if it smells like anything you are familiar with. I'm not a huge jasmine person. I'm also not a huge fig person. So I probably would only grab this one in a souffle size if it came back to a pre-order. But sometimes I feel like her jasmine right away when it's poured is very strong. And then as scents have cured, that jasmine backs off a little bit and it's a little bit more in the background. So definitely a scent that I would really like to try. I love patchouli, musk, and tonka bean in wax, and so definitely sounds like a scent that would be really pretty. Chai tea and cookies. Signature sugar cookies, vanilla shortbread, and warm notes of chai tea. I know so many of you like chai, so I bet this one appeals to many of you. I love the bakery notes in this. I'm not a huge chai person because I'm not a big spice person. And a lot of times when I've gotten chai blends in the past, they just lean a little too spicy for me. But maybe this one would be better because it has the signature sugar cookies, the vanilla shortbread, lots of vanilla-based bakery there that might kind of calm down any spices that you would get with the chai tea. But I know so many of you like chai tea, so I bet that one would be a hit. Charmed. This is apple blossoms, bright bergamot, juicy fruits and berries, orchids, and vanilla woods. I really do like the scent of apple blossoms. I think that's a very pretty floral note and a floral that I can really get behind. It is not apple. You know, these scent notes, even if it says apple blossom, it's not going to smell per se like an apple. I kind of feel like apple blossom is a little bit more of a sweeter floral note. This one just screams springtime to me. Like once the trees are starting to bud and flowers are starting to bloom, just a very pretty springtime scent. I like that you also have the mix of the vanilla woods, the berries and the fruit in there. That way it's not overly floral. It has kind of a sweet component as well. Sounds like a very pretty fragrance. Cheesecake cookies. So I might do the next one at the same time as this one. So we have cheesecake cookies, and then we also have cheesecake cookies plus blackberry jam. So this one with the blackberry jam is actually layered. So I might be able to get an idea of what cheesecake cookies smells like by this loaf. So cheesecake cookies is sugar cookies, creamy cheesecake, graham crackers, marshmallow cream, and a hint of sweet spice. And then the one with blackberry jam is all of those things, but layered with blackberry jam. Natalie gifted me this loaf. She's not a big blackberry person, so I'm very appreciative of that. So this one right on top is her blackberry jam. It is a very sweet macerated blackberry. So pretty. Let's see if I can nicely turn this over. Okay. The cheesecake cookies, I definitely get the cheesecake. This is a very creamy, milky type of cheesecake. Oh, wow. This is really pretty. I had never smelled the bottom of this. I don't think I'd ever taken this out of the tin. Definitely get the cheesecake. You get the marshmallow cream, the graham crackers. I'm not sure I get a ton of spice, but it says sweet spice, and there is something a little bit sweet about this. Oh, that is a very beautiful, beautiful bakery. Okay, I like that a lot. And then mixed with the blackberry jam. That's really, really nice. I might be tempted to melt some of this together and then also cut some of it in half and just melt the cheesecake cookie part of it by itself to see how that does, because that is a really, really pretty cheesecake. And I'm surprised because I'm not normally a huge cheesecake person. A lot of times they're just too creamy and they pull a little bit sour to me. I don't think I'm actually stealing this bag. But this one, even though it's really creamy, I don't get any kind of sour note from it. Very, very pretty. I'm very surprised about that one. All right, next we have Cherry Amour. I almost said Amour. Like, that's not right. Amour. Sweet on Paris type, white cherry, sweet citrus, and vanilla bean. I love Sweet on Paris. If you've never had it, it's a Bath & Body Works type, and it's like blackberry and lemon, very body care, very beautiful. So mixing it with white cherry, citrus, and vanilla bean. White cherry makes me think that it's not overly cherry, that it's not going to pull medicinal. It's not going to pull chapstick or anything like that. It's a little bit of a lighter, maybe kind of sweeter cherry scent. I think this sounds like such a beautiful fruity note. I wonder how much the cherry will come out, because Sweet on Paris is a very strong fragrance. And then you also have the citrus in here, vanilla bean to kind of help blend all those scents together. But this sounds like a really great body care fruity type fragrance. We have Cherry Vanilla Biscotti. So this is one of the OG ones that she did a few pre-orders ago that came in this super cute cow print tub. This is vanilla bakery dough, shortbread, cherry, and almond. This is one that I didn't have much interest in. I did not pick it up during the pre-order. And then when I was watching everybody's videos, I heard so many great things about this scent. So I ended up grabbing this in the RTS, and I'm so glad that I did. This is a beautiful cherry fragrance. It is a sweet, fruity cherry, not medicinal in any way. I really love the dough in this, the shortbread, the bakery dough. You do get the almond as well. Smells like almond extract like you're baking. Honestly, the cherry is probably the least prominent note in this blend. So that's really interesting. I get a little bit more of the cherry on the bottom, but I feel like the almond is really what comes out the most on this. But in any case, this is a really beautiful fruity cherry almond heavy bakery. Very glad that I got it. And it's nice sometimes to go out of your comfort zone with wax, because like I said, this is one that just based on the notes, I probably wouldn't have picked up, and I didn't pick it up in the pre-order, and then decided in the RTS to go for it. And I'm so glad I did, because it really is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I'll probably melt this around Valentine's Day this year. This seems like a great February melting basket type of scent, but that is Cherry Vanilla Biscotti. Next on the list is Chestnut and Clove. Roasted chestnuts, ground clove, and cedar wood. Don't have this one, never tried it. Probably not for me. Ground clove seems like it would be very present on the clove, and I'm not a big spice person. Also, chestnuts. I don't love chestnuts, pecans, things like that in wax. I can enjoy them. I found scents with those notes that I do enjoy, but they're more few and far between. So probably not one for me, but I could see a lot of people enjoying this one, especially around the holidays. Now this one I can get by with. Chillin' with my Peeps. Fluffy marshmallows, buttercream, and sugar crystals. I love buttercream. I love marshmallow and wax, especially if it really stands out. So this just seems like the sweetest vanilla ever, especially with the sugar crystals. If you think of a Peep, it's just the sweetest marshmallow. I'm actually a really big Peeps fan. They're one of my favorite candies. I don't know if you would consider them a candy or not. I know not everybody enjoys or can appreciate a Peep, but I can. And I think in wax, that would be really pretty. I think it has the potential of being light based on the scent notes, but this is one that I definitely, if I ever got, would let cure for a solid year to make sure that it was good before melting it. Next on the list is one of my absolute favorites, and probably one of your favorites as well. That is Christmas cookies. An assortment of baked cookies, powdered sugar, buttercream, pine, and warm spices. Oh my gosh. This is an exceptional fragrance. It truly smells like its name. It smells like you are making Christmas cookies. You have the cookies out on your counter. You've got your tree up in the corner. It's a real tree, or you've got an artificial tree and then like a Christmas tree candle going. So you're getting the fragrance of the tree in the air. You've got all the spices and the bag of powdered sugar out on the counter. This is unbelievable. One thing I really like about this in particular is that you actually get that powdered sugar scent. I feel like in other blends that I've ever seen something similar to that, it's just a blender, you don't pick it out. I can pick out this powdery sugar. It is unbelievable. I know many of you have tried this, and so you're probably familiar with it, but if you have never tried Christmas cookies, I could not recommend it enough. Luckily, I am well stocked up. I have a few loaves, souffles, I think a tub maybe too, so I'm gonna be good for a little bit, but it's just one of those fragrances that I don't want to be without. If you like warm bakery cookie fragrances, you would absolutely love Christmas cookies. Next up is Christmas in Baja, and this is one that Summer sent me a sample of, so thank you to Summer. I need this scent to come back to a pre-order. Blue Winter Sky, Baja Cactus Blossom, and Shaving Cream. I love shaving cream scents. The Cactus Blossom I've seen mixed with other shaving cream oils as well, and it just adds this beautiful sweetness to it. The Blue Winter Sky, it almost gives me a teeny bit laundry, but I'm sure that's not what Blue Winter Sky is supposed to be, but I'm getting like the tiniest bit of laundry. The Baja Cactus Blossom and Shaving Cream. What I think would be an exceptional fragrance is to take this Baja Cactus Blossom, the Shaving Cream, and mix it with Christmas Tree. Maybe like Christmas Tree and Cream, or even like Pacific Northwest Winter. Just adding a pine note to it, I think would be such a beautiful Christmas blend, but also have that masculinity from the Shaving Cream. This is lovely. I would love to have this, especially for the bedrooms and bathrooms. I've requested it, I think, a few times on recent pre-orders, and it hasn't gotten much hype. So please vote for this set, you guys. Christmas Cafe, warm breads and pastries, vanilla eggnog, and the slightest hint of spice. This sounds really pretty. Sounds like such a good bready bakery scent. I don't feel like I've had a whole lot of scents from her that are very heavy on the bread, and that's what this one is kind of leaning me to believe it smells like. Then adding the vanilla eggnog and just the touch of spice. I would hope that it really is just a touch of spice, you know, just how eggnog, especially if you spike it, has a little bit of a spicy note, but that the warm bread and pastries really comes out. This could be such a beautiful Christmas time bakery. I've never seen this one, but if you guys have tried it, let me know what you think. Christmas is coming. I do have a souffle of this, and it's perfect that I'm filming this video now because this is in my December melting basket. So I want to be able to melt it during the month of December. This is warm gingerbread cookies, cinnamon sugar pastries, fluffy waffles covered in powdered sugar, hints of cedar, and Fraser fir. Can we just take a moment for the font? How whimsical and just Christmassy is that? She really is a master of her craft. She does amazing with her wax, her labels, just everything. So I really get a lot of the fluffy waffle. It kind of reminds me a lot of, you know, like Witches Be Crazy in some ways. I do get hints of the tree notes as well. The warm gingerbread cookies, the cinnamon sugar pastries, they're present, but to me, they just add a warmth and bakeryness to this. They're not the foremost notes. And I'm not a big gingerbread person, and so I was kind of hoping that that would be the case. The gingerbread would die off a little bit. I'm really getting that fluffy waffle and then this nice bakery cinnamon sugar undertone. I don't know if I wrote down the date. I didn't. This was the September 2023 pre-order. Pretty sure is the last time this was offered. If you like pumpkin pecan waffles, I know it doesn't say pumpkin pecan waffles, but that's what I really get from this. If you like those types of fragrances, This is really good. And then don't let the cedar and the Fraser first scare you. This is not a very strong tree scent. It's barely there. It's just touches of the tree, and I definitely get more of the bakery notes. So that one is Christmas is Coming. Next up, technically on the list alphabetically, is Christmas Macchiato, but I'm about to get that one in the pre-order. Today is Tuesday the 26th. I was gonna say on my computer right here. Tuesday the 26th, right before Thanksgiving, and my order is set to deliver tomorrow. I'm really hopeful that that's the case so I get it before the RTS, but I have Christmas Macchiato in there. So I'm gonna skip that for now, and I'll come back when I have it and able to smell it. Christmas Party. Sweater Weather, the Bath & Body Works type, cranberries, orange, tangerine with a hint of spice. I love Sweater Weather, so this sounds amazing to me. Just sounds like a very nice mix of like the freshness and kind of eucalyptus mintiness that you get from Sweater Weather, and then mixing it with like a simmer pot. The cranberries, the spice, I think that sounds like a perfect kind of winter on the outside, Christmas on the inside blend of fragrances. That sounds really, really pretty. I feel like I've heard of this scent. Like, has this been offered recently? I don't know. Every time she has a pre-order, I really go through her master scent list and I pick out things that I want to request. Maybe this one's been requested before and that's where I'm like remembering it. But it just seems familiar to me for some reason. Okay, Christmas Past. I do have this one. I have a couple of these actually, and this is one that was offered in this last pre-order. And so I might try to melt this week if I can get around to it to see if I want to grab more in the RTS that's on the 30th. So this one is Holiday Cinnamon, Fallen Leaves, Crisp Apples, Crushed Pine Needles with hints of sweet balsam. This is a really unique Christmas scent, and it's because I think of the apple, the fallen leaves. You get the apples in here, but to me, it's very like macerated apples, almost like you were taking apples and you were going to put them in an apple pie. You get the pine needles, you definitely get the balsam. I feel like this is balsam heavy. I don't get a ton of fall leaves like it's Bath & Body Works type or anything like that, and I don't get a ton of cinnamon. There's a little bit more cinnamon on the bottom, but it's still not a cinnamon heavy scent. Really kind of a macerated apple and this beautiful balsam and pine. I might need to pick up more of this. This is a really lovely fragrance. And also I feel like really unique to the other Christmas fragrances I have because it has the freshness of the apple. I could see this being a very nostalgic type of fragrance for a lot of people. Really pretty. Actually, last year when this was offered, did I write this one down either? Yes, I did. Last year when this was offered for, you know, the first time in a while, I accidentally bought 2 souffles and I was like, dang, Alexis, why did you do that? Just not paying attention to, you know, my order, I guess. And now I'm really glad that I did because it is a very beautiful fragrance. So that is Christmas Past. Then we have the infamous, the oh so infamous Christmas Trees and Cream. I don't really need to talk too much about this one, I don't think, because if you have bought from Teddy Bees at all, you know what this one is about. This is fresh pine boughs, vanilla sugar waffle cone, and rich vanilla buttercream. It is one of the most amazing Christmas tree scents ever. And I see a lot of people kind of comparing this one to Christmas cookies and picking a favorite. I love them both because I think they're different. This one is just pure vanilla buttercream bakery in the tree. There is no spice or any other kind of warm notes. This is purely pine and a vanilla heavy bakery. It is so creamy, it is so beautiful, it is so unique, and it blends amazingly with so many scents. She has a lot of varieties of blends with this. One of them being Christmas trees and cream plus crushed candy canes. This one was actually my first introduction to Christmas trees and cream in general. So this is the Christmas trees and cream, but also mixed with peppermint, sweet sugar, and candy canes. The combination of the candy cane with the beautiful tree and vanilla bakery. Oh, you guys, this is unbelievable. And when you melt it, you really do get a mix of both of those fragrances. It's not just the peppermint or it's not just the Christmas tree. It is a mix of both. I have the souffle I'm going to melt this December, but I'm so glad that she brought this one back because I feel like she kind of goes back and forth every year on, does she offer Christmas trees and cream by itself? Does she offer it with blends? And so it had been a little bit since she had done this mixture, and I love this combination so much. So I was super excited to have more of this. So I think I have a tub and 2 souffles coming, which would be good. That would keep me for a couple of holiday seasons in case this one doesn't make it back for a little bit. Unbelievable. If you like peppermint, not even peppermint too, it's like real candy cane. If you like candy cane, mintiness, tree, buttercream, pick up Christmas trees and cream plus crushed candy cane. Okay, jumping back to Christmas Macchiato, now that I have this one. This is fresh pine, buttercream, vanilla waffle cone, espresso, and vanilla ice cream. So this is Christmas trees and cream mixed with a little bit of coffee. This is really, really pretty, and I am not a coffee person. To me, this is mainly the Christmas trees and cream, but you get this hints of beautiful espresso. This would be perfect for me on a weekend morning during the winter time. Definitely pulls more kind of Christmas cold weather to me with the Christmas trees and cream. But I love how the coffee doesn't overtake this blend. Really pretty, and that's saying a lot coming from somebody who's not a coffee fan. Next up is Churro Cakes. This is cinnamon and sugar, funnel cake, and buttercream icing. Sounds really good, like a cinnamon sugar bakery scent. I'm not a huge churro person, but I would definitely give this one a try. Cider Cookies. Love this one. I don't have it to share with you, but I have warmed it, and I warmed it fairly recently. I want to say September or early October. This is apples, cake donut, cinnamon, caramel, and sugar cookies. So on cold, this one smells very apple cider heavy, very, caramel apple heavy, but on warm, those bakery notes really come out. You're really getting the cake donut a lot on warm. This was so pretty. This is a great fall bakery scent. I melted this in the open concept. It was a great performer. I would love to see this one come back. I would definitely pick up a couple of soufflés of it. And I felt like September was the perfect time to melt it because I like a lot of cidery, apple cider type scents in September, and it just fit perfectly. So highly recommend Cider Cookies and hope that it makes a return someday. Next is Cinnamon Cronut, warm croissants dusted in sugar and cinnamon donut holes. This one kind of seems similar to the Churro Cakes, a couple of scents up. Like a warm cinnamon sugar bakery heavy scent. Doesn't appeal to me a ton, but it's one I would definitely get a souffle of if it was offered. Cinnamon Pretzel Cookie Cake. This was just offered in her last pre-order. I know this is one that Steph, the Scented Gemini, absolutely loves. I tend to shy away from Tiffany's bakery a little bit. It's really great, but I find that I like her earthy and her more perfumey scents better. but this has notes of soft pretzels covered in cinnamon and sugar, white cake, sugar cookies, and bakery dough. I do really like pretzel and wax, and I feel like I don't have very many scents that have pretzel and wax, and so just mixing that with a lot of the kind of heavy bakery notes with the white cake, the sugar cookies, the bakery dough. I don't know why I didn't pick this one up just to try. I think I was really trying to be good the last pre-order, and so I was really thinking about every scent that I picked up. So this one just didn't make the cut, but this is one that I definitely would like to try. I'm filming this before the RTS, so maybe I'll be able to grab some in the RTS if it doesn't jump my cart. I think I will add it to my RTS list. Next is cinnamon toast. Again with the cinnamon bakery scents. This is brown sugar, cinnamon, buttery pastry dough, and vanilla buttercream. Same as the cinnamon cronut, the other, what was the other cinnamon one? Cinnamon churro cakes. Sounds like a nice cinnamon bakery. I'm not sure if it's one that really stands out to me. I'd be curious to have all three of them and compare those side by side because neither of them really stands out to me over the other, but I don't know. That's just what I think. So next is Cindy Lou Does Paris. This is Lulubelle, Sweet on Paris, and Frosted Pine. Is Lulubelle a scent? I did not prepare that. Let's look. It is. Lulubelle is clothespins, dewberries, and a hint of vanilla mint. So like a berry heavy laundry. Sweet on Paris, Frosted Pine. That sounds like it could be really pretty. I love Sweet on Paris. I like Frosted Pine. I'm getting more into laundry lately if it's mixed with other things. If it's straight up laundry, normally it's a no for me. But if it's blended with berries and just other really sweet notes, I do tend to really appreciate those fragrances. So this sounds like a really interesting combination. Kind of wonder how the Frosted Pine pairs in with a little bit of laundry there. That sounds really interesting. I would definitely like to try that. Cirque du Christmas, if I'm saying that right. Frosted Circus sugar cookies blended with Christmas trees and cream. Love Christmas trees and cream, like I've said. Her Frosted Circus sugar cookies is just an extra vanilla heavy sugar cookie. So this probably just adds a lot of extra creaminess to Christmas trees and cream. So maybe if Christmas trees and cream is a little too tree for you and you want it more heavily blended, this could be a really great option. Citrus, basil, and bedtime lavender. This one's compliments of Summer Michelle. This is clean citrus and basil, hints of herbal lavender, and lavender chamomile. And then it has in parentheses, bedtime bath. This one, I feel like I get all of those notes. I get the bedtime bath kind of bubble bath, cozy Johnson & Johnson bath time product. But I'm really getting that basil and citrus. This is a very clean scent. Like you've cleaned your house, this is what you would use. This is not one that I particularly need to get. I think I would get a souffle if it was offered just to have on those days where you're wanting to clean like food smells out of your house, or if you're waking up on a Saturday and you're deep cleaning your house. Sometimes scents like this are really nice. I could see this one being an absolute powerhouse because that citrus and basil I feel like is very strong. But if you like clean, fresh scents, you probably would really like the citrus, basil, and bedtime lavender. Next is clean and cozy. Another sample from Summer. A comforting blend of cashmere and cotton with lavender and vanilla. That sounds so beautiful. You definitely get the lavender, you get the cotton. I like this one better than the one I just talked about. Very similar type of scent though, where this is a good cleaning day fragrance. I mean, the name kind of lends to it being that, but you really get the cotton. It's kind of laundry-esque. You get the lavender. I don't know if I'm picking out a ton of cashmere and vanilla. There is some subtle sweetness to this, but another blend that is great for cleaning your house. Of cleaning your house, we have cleaning day, bright citrus notes of lemon and tart lime, sweet honeydew melon, and the smell of clean sheets. This sounds really pretty, actually. I like that it has the clean sheets, it has the laundry notes to it, but you're also getting a lemon and lime. I like lime a lot in wax. Lemon, I'm more hit and miss on. It has to be like a super special blend, but you're also getting honeydew. I think this sounds like a great summer day, bright, fresh, cleaning type fragrance. That sounds really pretty. Next we have Coachella. We have this one. This one was a forget-me-not in her May pre-order, I believe. When was this poured? July, yeah, so May pre-order. Lavender, cedarwood, tonka, sandalwood, tropical fruits, jasmine, coconut milk, sea salt, sea moss, and green vetiver. This is one that I have to figure out. This is a powerhouse fragrance. I have not melted it yet. I actually have 2 of these, so probably will pull this out spring, summertime this next year. This is a very bright, aquatic fragrance. I'm definitely getting a lot of the like jasmine, the sea moss, the vetiver. There's a lot of green notes to this, but this leans to me kind of bathroom cleaner-esque or just general cleaner vibes. It kind of has that very crisp, clean undertone that you would use in like your bathroom or something. A very fresh, very bright scent. Again, if you like clean fragrances, slightly on the aquatic side, you probably would really like Coachella. Coastal Waters. This one is sea salt, ocean flowers, creamy avocado, and burst of citrus. I feel like I've maybe have had this one before and I'm not remembering. I feel like it was offered not terribly long ago. Yeah, you get a lot of the ocean flower. This is a very floral scent. I'm not sure I pick up any avocado or even citrus. Really all I'm getting is the ocean flowers. There's something kind of aquatic to this, but this is a very heavily floral fragrance. I was kind of thinking maybe based on the notes, it might be a little more sea salt and avocado-esque from Scentsy, but it's not. This is definitely a very heavy floral fragrance. Coconut Clouds. I have this one somewhere. Where are you? There you are. Got so much wax powder right here. Coconut Clouds is coconut, sandalwood, and boardwalk marshmallow clouds. Sounds amazing. I love boardwalk marshmallow clouds. This is a beautiful scent. You get the sandalwood, you get the coconut, but the coconut is not super strong or overtaking. It kind of just gives this blend a little bit of a tropical note, and then you get that beautiful perfumey marshmallow from the boardwalk marshmallow clouds. This is a great bedroom bathroom scent. It's body care leaning. It's a feminine leaning fragrance to me. Honestly, I would wear something like this in body care. This one is really pretty. Definitely would pick up Coconut Clouds if it makes a return. Coconut and mahogany woods. This is mahogany, coconut, sandalwood, oak moss, and vanilla. This seems to me like it would pull a little bit more masculine in nature, where Coconut Clouds is kind of feminine. This one seems a little bit more masculine. I'm not a huge mahogany fan. It just depends. I can tolerate it in bits and pieces, but it's not my favorite of the scent notes. I think I smelled too much Abercrombie and Fitch growing up that it's not my favorite note. I would definitely try this. I would pick up a souffle of it and give it a try, but seems like a masculine cologne type fragrance to me. Then we have Coconut Sandalwood. Says it is the Bath and Body Works type. This is sweet vanilla, coconut, and sandalwood. I assume it's similar to, the Coconut Clouds, the coconut sandalwood that's in that blend. Very pretty. Again, I'm assuming it's the same. So you're getting the sandalwood, you're getting the coconut, but it's not overly tropical or overtaking the sandalwood, and kind of leans a little bit more perfumey in nature. That's what I would expect with a scent like that. Coffee Bean a la Mode. Coffee bean ice cream, vanilla waffle cone, whipped cream, and caramel. I am not a huge coffee person, so this is not one that I would particularly pick up. However, I do like that it's blended with a lot of notes. You have ice cream, you have vanilla waffle cone, you have whipped cream. I would imagine this being a very vanilla heavy coffee. It seems pretty. It might be just a little too coffee for me, but it does seem like a pretty coffee scent with a lot of extra vanilla if you enjoy coffee. Next we have cookies and cashmere. This one is sugar cookies, sugar cookie dough, cashmere cream, and vanilla birch. This one I feel like I get a lot of the cashmere cream, which, like I've mentioned, is not my favorite. I don't really get vanilla birch, and I love vanilla birch. If a scent has vanilla birch in it, normally I am all over it. To me, this is very much cashmere and kind of sugar cookie. Not one that I would particularly get just because the cashmere is so strong, but if you like cashmere with maybe a little bit of added sweetness to it, this could be really good. These for breakfast: sweet frosted sugar cookies, birthday cake, and crunch berries. Sounds really intriguing. I don't think I've ever had a cereal scent from her, if I remember right. So I like that it's cereal with the crunch berries, but I also like that you're getting a lot of heavy vanilla notes. I really enjoy birthday cake and scents like that in wax. So definitely a fragrance I would like to pick up. Next, we have cookies for Santa. And this is one that I have in my December melting basket, but I have been waiting to melt it because I wanted to include it in this video. This is a blend of frosted sugar cookies and milk and cookies. Seems kind of like a basic fragrance, but it is so beautiful. You get the sweetest sugar cookie, and I feel like you really get a glass of cold milk next to it. I'm a little bit nervous that this is going to be light. I want to melt this in my open concept because of the nature of the scent, but I'm a little afraid it's going to be light. I might try like half of the souffle in my kitchen, see if it's performing, and then if it's not, I can use the other half in my bedroom. But it's so beautiful. I love the crunchy cookie. I love that you get a little bit of the milk to this blend. Really, really beautiful. Speaking of kind of bakery type notes, we've got Cookie Monster. Similar in fragrance, kind of similar concerns for me about strength. This is baked vanilla macaroons, sweet vanilla cookies, and cupcake at Tiffany's. I definitely get the cupcakes at Tiffany's, which is not surprising to me. I feel like cupcakes at Tiffany's can kind of overtake a blend, One of the reasons I love cupcakes at Tiffany's more on its own than I do blended, because I just feel like sometimes you don't get the other scent notes. This one I do feel like you get a lot of other vanilla bakery notes. This is definitely a very vanilla heavy cupcakes at Tiffany's, so she blended this one amazing because you really do get the vanilla macaroons or the sweet vanilla cookies. Another one that I have a little bit of concern that it's going to be a lighter performer. I 9 times out of 10 get really great performance with Teddy Bees. There are very few that I have super struggled with. Ones that I do tend to struggle with are scents like this or the cookies for Santa. They're more of the just bakery heavy ones. But again, I'll try it in my kitchen. I can always move it to a smaller space if needed. So that was Cookie Monster. Next we have Cool Citrus Basil Bath & Body Works type. This says refreshing blend of citrus and herbs, sweet basil, lime, and wild mint. This sounds really pretty, like a great kitchen time scent. I'm not huge on herbal fragrances. I like rosemary and mint, those types of herbal, but like basil, the citrus is not totally up my alley. This could be a really great kitchen fragrance. So again, one that would kind of clear the air out from what you were cooking. So I would still give it a try. Coronation. Very generous size sample from summer. This is Palo Santo Frosted Birthday Cake and Marshmallow Clouds. Don't feel like I've seen this one come back in quite a while. This is very nice. You definitely get the Palo, but I'm getting a lot of the Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, that kind of perfumey, sweet vanilla. I feel like the Palo in here stands out the most, but I do get those really nice vanilla bakery scents as well. Very pretty fragrance. Cotton and almond. Sweet almond blended with clean cotton blossom. Not sure this one is for me. I don't mind cotton, but it's not my favorite, and I'm not a huge almond person. It depends on the almond scent. If it smells too almond extracty, it's not normally my favorite, but an interesting combination. Cotton and cashmere. Light and airy cotton, vanilla orchid, patchouli flowers, oud, cashmere woods, and crystal amber. Now this sounds really pretty. I like the vanilla orchid notes, patchouli flowers, oud, cashmere woods. I like all of those notes. So this sounds like a very fresh, perfumey type of fragrance. I think that sounds really pretty. Cotton and lavender. Lavender vanilla, cotton blossoms, sandalwood, and fresh air. What a beautiful bedroom kind of cozy, fresh scent. Fresh air note is really intriguing to me. I love those earthy, atmospheric scents, and this doesn't give me that per se, but the fresh air note kind of makes me feel like it could lean that way. This sounds really pretty. Cotton candy fizzy cakes. Birthday cake, cotton candy, guava, and fizzy citrus. I'm not a huge fizzy person, but I do like it occasionally, especially in the summer when it's really hot out. I don't know if I've really tried guava terribly too much in wax, but sounds very, very sweet. A great summertime fruity and fizzy type of blend. Cotton candy, sweet as gold. This one was just offered in the last pre-order. This is whipped vanilla, strawberry shortcake, marshmallow fluff, vanilla cotton candy, orange blossom, caramelized sugar and rich icing. Quite a lot of notes. This one, look how pretty that souffle is. So pretty. This one, I really get that strawberry shortcake note, and it is that fresh strawberry oil that I do not care for. So I don't particularly like this one, but if you like fresh strawberry or just strawberry in general, you probably would really enjoy this. This is the sweetest scent you've ever smelled. Definitely strawberry heavy. I get a lot of the like vanilla cotton candy, caramelized sugar. This is an incredibly rich scent. I could see like a young girl loving this. This kind of fits in the same category for me as Forever Young. Not that they are similar in scent, but just kind of give me a little bit of a younger appeal. And I feel like a younger girl might really love something so sweet and sugary and rich as this. I'll enjoy the souffle I have. I'll figure it out, let it cure, see how it does in a year, but not one that I particularly love. Cotton Soft Vanilla. This is one that I picked up in the August RTS. This has notes of vanilla, tonka bean, musk, and soft laundry. I love this on cold, you guys. It really is a very soft laundry. This really reminds me of her Lavender in a lot of ways. It's not lavender, but it kind of gives me the same impression that her Lavender does. And so I wonder if the lavender that she uses, her Tiff's favorite lavender, I am convinced that she blends multiple oils together because I have never smelled another lavender like that. I wonder if some of these notes make up that lavender, if that makes sense, because when I smell this, I smell a lot of similar notes to like her Tiff's favorite lavender. The laundry is so soft. You get a lot of vanilla, you get the musk. This is a very light, perfumey laundry type fragrance. This is beautiful. And this is one that when it was offered in the RTS, I took a chance on it, and I'm so glad that I did because I really enjoy this one on cold. Cottontails, juicy Hawaiian punch blended with lavender and laundry. Interesting. I would never have imagined those scent notes together. I'm particularly wondering how the laundry and the Hawaiian punch paired together. Hawaiian punch, or fruit punch in general, I feel like is very strong and overtakes the blend a lot of the time. So I would be curious to see how she has this blended. Does the lavender really come out? Does the laundry kind of make an appearance? That one's interesting. Not sure it's one that screams my name, but again, I think that she really is a master at her craft. She is fantastic at blending, and I think if anybody could blend kind of unique oils together like that, Tiffany definitely can. Next up is Country Christmas. I've seen people post about this one on her Facebook a lot recently, probably because it's the perfect time of year to melt this scent. This is balsam fir, butter cookies, sweet spruce with a hint of cinnamon and clove. I feel like you get all of those notes. It is tree forward. I definitely get the cinnamon and clove. It's not overly spicy, but the spices are there. I would say it's more than just a hint. And I get the butter cookies. I get a really nice bakery fragrance. It's very cozy. This one's very nostalgic. It makes me think of Christmas kind of as a kid. Simple in a way, but so warm and welcoming. It is a perfect homey type of fragrance for the holidays. I really enjoy this one, and this one is in my December melting basket, so I'm hopeful to get to this one this holiday season. Next we have County Fair, kettle corn, soft pretzels, and fried ice cream. Interesting combination. We've talked about pretzel. Fried ice cream sounds good. I'm not a huge popcorn person in wax. Really depends. It's not my favorite. I would be willing to give this a try. I could see this being such a rich fragrance. Very, very rich. Because fried ice cream is definitely more of a bakery type dessert, but you would get some of the creaminess from the ice cream. I would try a souffle of this. I can't imagine this would be one that I would need a lot of, but it is very different than anything else on her list, or just really wax in general. I feel like I don't see tons of fragrances across anybody that has popcorn in any sort of way, so definitely an interesting combination. Next up we have Coven. So this was offered in this last pre-order, but also in the August RTS, and that's where I got this one. This is fresh pumpkin, moonlit musk, orange rind, patchouli, juicy blackberry, vanilla, cinnamon, clove, and hinoki smoke. I got this one for a couple reasons. One, the scent note sounded amazing. The name, I love anything that puts me in a Halloween feel. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I love October. I love anything spooky. And so when I saw this on the list, I knew I had to have it. And then the note of moonlit musk. That just drew me in. I have to say though, this one's not my favorite. We will see as it cures, but what I really feel like I get is the hinoki smoke. I don't really get a lot of musk. I'm not feeling orange. There's something kind of fresh in here, and I would almost say that it's tobacco leaning. Now there's no tobacco in these notes, but maybe it's just the patchouli, and the way the patchouli and the hinoki smoke, the way that they are blending together. I definitely get some of the cinnamon and clove. Not much blackberry at all. I don't really get orange. I would say a little bit of pumpkin. But all in all, it's not my favorite. And I'm kind of realizing that I don't know if I love the hinoki smoke note. I have this one, and then I have Jack's that has hinoki smoke. I don't know if I have any other blends that have that note. And I do really like Jack's. But something about this one and the way this is put together is not my favorite. I still will enjoy it though. I will melt it probably next October, but not one that I feel like I need to get more of. Cozy Cashmere Linen plus Nectarine. Clean linen, sandalwood, musk, bright nectarines, and warm cashmere. This actually sounds really pretty, and I'm kind of surprised because I would say that most of these notes are not my favorite. Clean linen, citrus, and cashmere. But I think that this sounds like a beautiful laundry scent that is not overly laundry headache inducing. I like the addition of the sandalwood, the musk, and the nectarine. I think that would make it just really pretty and a fresh laundry scent without being overly laundry. Like I've said probably in this video 7 times, I like laundry that has some fruit to it, and I think that this one would be really pretty. So I would definitely get a souffle of it if it comes back. Okay, next is Cozy Cookie Cake. I'm sure a lot of you have tried this one. I would say this is one of her most popular blends. I don't have this one. This is warm iced white cake, beach treats, marshmallow fireside, and signature sugar cookie. So I feel like there's a little bit of a competition, and there's kind of 2 camps if you are a Cozy Cookie Cake fan or if you love Surfside Sweet Shop. I love Surfside Sweet Shop. Much prefer it. They're very similar in notes. Very similar in notes. I think that Surfside Sweet Shop might have butter cookies and I'm not sure what else, but they are very comparable fragrances. What I have found with Cozy Cookie Cake is that it's not a great performer for me. I like it in blends, and the next blend we'll do is a Cozy Cookie Cake blend. But the couple times I've had it, I've melted it multiple times, different pre-orders, different pours. It's just always been light for me. While Surfside Sweet Shop is a boomer fragrance, it is so strong. So I know a lot of people like this. If you like beach nights, if you like those vanilla heavy bakery scents, you probably would really love Cozy Cookie Cake. I just prefer Surfside Sweet Shop. A Cozy Cookie Cake scent I do love though is Cozy Cookie Cake plus Balsam. This one is very popular as well, and for good reason. This is going into my January melting basket. I have to remember, I've already pulled it over there. If I pulled this out of my collection, or if I pulled this out of that basket and need to put it back. But this is Cozy Cookie Cake blended with vanilla, balsam, and Fraser fir. I love the Cozy Cookie Cake in this blend. It just gives such a nice warmth and bakeryness to the tree. This is a great scent to try if you are not sure about tree, because you're definitely getting the balsam, you're getting the Fraser fir, but it is so heavy on that white cake, the beech trees. This is an absolutely exceptionally stunning fragrance. One of my favorites, definitely one of my favorites for the winter time. So I'm obviously going to keep working through my series here, but I did a top favorite holiday recommendations for Teddy Bees, and I'm also now going to start working on a a winter recommendations for Teddy Bees video. So scents out of her line that I have that I just think are perfect for, you know, January, February, those cold, snowy winter days. This one would be on that list. It is a beautiful fragrance. I love it so much. Cozy Lavender Cream. This one is toasted vanilla, cashmere cream, and lavender marshmallow. If I can hold it right. This is a very interesting lavender. This is different than her lavender that's in Tiff's favorite lavender. I really get the lavender marshmallow. I get the creaminess from the cashmere, but the toasted vanilla comes out. There is something kind of warm from the toasted vanilla in this scent, and it makes it really unique. I would use this in the bedrooms at night, but also in the day. I think lavender is pretty at any time of year. Really stunning scent. I love lavender marshmallow, and I like how the cashmere cream in this one it doesn't overtake the blend. I can smell a little bit of the cashmere, but I would never pick out that that was cashmere cream per se, and that's how I like my cashmere cream. Just to add kind of a coziness, a subtle perfuminess, but not take over the blend. Crack of Dawn. This is Witches Be Crazy layered with coffee bean a la mode. So coffee bean a la mode, we talked about earlier, that's the one that had a lot of the vanilla creamy notes, the vanilla bakery notes. So then layered with your pumpkin pecan waffles type fragrance. Not a scent for me, but I could see this being a really pretty combination. And if I was going to try coffee bean a la mode, this is how I would try it, because it's just extra mixed with other bakery fragrances. This one would be probably perfect for fall, like a fall morning, because you're getting the pumpkin pecan waffles. I could see that on a Saturday morning being really, really lovely. Cranberry Balsam. Just picked this up. This is one of the forget-me-nots in her last pre-order. I love cranberry and I love balsam, so I had to get this one. Snow-covered cranberries, sweet vanilla, and cool balsam. This is really interesting. It is cranberry without being overly tart. Definitely get the balsam, but whatever this cool balsam, snow-covered, there is some other note to this that really kind of changes it up. It almost smells frosted in a way, like cranberries out on a tree outside and you've had a frost. I really like this one. I like how the cranberries are not very tart, they're very sweet. Perfect for November going into December. I could see me melting this throughout the winter as well. I know not everybody likes cranberry, but if you like cranberry and you like tree, that one's really pretty. Cranberry Mimosa. Tangerine mimosa blended with cranberry chutney. That sounds really pretty. I like the idea of the orange mixed with the cranberry chutney. I like cranberry chutney a lot. It's more of a macerated jam-like cranberry. I think sweeter, has a little bit of a deeper note. This sounds so beautiful for like a Sunday morning, especially during the fall or winter. You get the hints of the cranberry. Definitely a brunch, a brunch worthy melt. If you're hosting brunch in your home, this would be such a beautiful, beautiful blend. Definitely one I would like to try. Creamy cardamom. This is cardamom steeped in warm milk. Pretty basic. I can't say that I'm a huge cardamom fan, so probably not one for me. I like the idea of the warm milk, just kind of creaming up the cardamom a little bit. Probably eases back the spice, but not sure it's one I would particularly enjoy. This one could be really nicely blended with other notes though. If you wanted to add just a touch of some cardamom to a fragrance, you could do like 2 warmers in one scent and then 1 warmer in this scent and kind of alternate. I think this could really be a pretty mixer, but I'm not sure I would melt this totally on its own. Creamy cashmere and fireside marshmallows. So if you watch my F video, I talk about fireside marshmallow and how much I love it. It is the marshmallow fireside type, but I think it has an extra creaminess. It is stunning. Such a sweet, creamy marshmallow fireside. So this one is cashmere cream, caramelized sugar, fire roasted marshmallows, a hint of whipped vanilla, and sandalwood. Honestly, all I'm really getting from this is the cashmere cream. I can't say I get any fireside marshmallow or any other notes. Maybe this will come out more on warm, but to me this is very much cashmere cream forward. Yeah, so not my favorite. I wish the other notes would come out a little bit more. Okay, next is Creep Show. This one definitely made popular by Steph Melts here on YouTube. I've had this one before a couple of years ago. I remember not loving it, like thinking it was okay. And then Steph totally influenced me to try it again. So I grabbed this souffle the last time it was offered. I'll probably melt this one next Halloween. But this is pumpkin sugar donuts, marshmallow fireside, sugar cookies, creamy cheesecake, graham crackers, marshmallow cream, and a hint of sweet spice. So what I think I didn't like about this at first, and what still kind of toggles my brain back and forth, is the creamy cheesecake. I'm not a huge fan of cheesecake and wax. I don't really like that uber creamy type of fragrance. Something about it kind of turns my stomach a little bit, and I get that in this fragrance. I really do get a pumpkin sugar donut, and then I get the cheesecake. So like you had a a pumpkin flavored cheesecake is what I really get from this. I definitely get some of the donuts, that warm bakery note, but I really get the cheesecake. I get some of the graham crackers. It's pretty, and I'm hopeful that as it cures and when I go to melt it, maybe the creamy cheesecake will die off a little bit. But if you like pumpkin sugar donuts and you like cheesecake, I think that you would really enjoy Creepshow. Almost done. We just have, I don't know, maybe 8 more. Next up is Crème de Bum Bum. So this one's just the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom cream type. Pistachio, almond, vanilla, jasmine, salted caramel, and sandalwood. It smells exactly like that nice, beautiful kind of pistachio caramel perfumey fragrance. Not one I necessarily feel like I need to get a ton of, but I would like this for the bedrooms. I'm a little bit over Bum Bum and Wax. I still love the Sol de Janeiro, like Brazilian Crush body care, but for some reason in Wax, that note, while I think it's beautiful, I'm just a little bit over it compared to what I used to be. I think I've reached my limit of Boom Boom, you know? All right, next up is crushed candy cane. Talked about this one a lot lately. I love this one so much. This is peppermint, sweet sugar, and candy canes. I love this one blended with Christmas trees and cream. And it's actually here next, blended with Tiff's favorite lavender. I think that would be amazing. Tiff's favorite lavender. Lavender, sweet marshmallows, and vanilla coconut milk. What a beautiful nighttime bedroom scent that would be. But the crushed candy cane on its own, it really truly smells like a candy cane to me. I've said this a few times now, but I feel like it's the best comparison I can make. If you had this in one hand and you had a candy cane in the other and you were smelling them and you were blind, I really don't think you can tell the difference. This is so sweet and vanilla heavy and creamy. It is not just like a nose clearing medicinal mint. Very, very sweet and candied like. Beautiful fragrance. Love it in Christmas trees and cream. And then blended with Tiff's favorite lavender. I think that sounds like such a stunning bedroom fragrance. So you might have to get that up on the request list at some point. Then there's crushed candy cane circus cookies. So it's the crushed candy cane blended with frosted circus sugar cookies. So if you need to make that crushed candy cane any more vanilla heavy, bakery heavy, that sounds like a really pretty combination. Not one that I necessarily feel like I need. I probably could blend something like this on my own. I'm sure we all have vanilla heavy fragrances we could make with, you know, our crushed candy cane, but that sounds like a nice scent if you want to just sweeten it up even more and kind of dull the mint down even more. Cuddle Up in Cashmere. Just realized I have a typo. Let me fix that while we're here. This will work. Come on. There we go. Okay, Cuddle Up in Cashmere. This is cashmere cedar, sweet sugar cane, marshmallows, sweet woods, white florals, sugared pine, and a hint of cocoa butter cashmere. This one's really unique. What I really get from this is the cocoa butter cashmere and that sugar cane. Cocoa butter cashmere is incredibly kind of fresh body care in a way. You almost would think of it being a deep, like cocoa type scent, but that's not what I get from it at all. I get a very fresh fragrance from cocoa butter cashmere, and then I really get the sweet sugar cane. There's something very sweet here. I could say even some of the sweet woods. This one is not my favorite There is a lot going on in this blend. And I think this one was just poured November 5th. So I am filming this portion on Thanksgiving, so it hasn't even been a month yet. And this smells incredibly strong. I feel like I could pop this into my warmers right now and have no problem with throw. Not my favorite scent. It is a little bit too sweet for me, but I'm gonna try it. We're gonna let it cure and see how it does. Cupcakes by the Campfire. I have had this one before, but it's been a really long time, and I remember not loving it. So this is Cupcakes at Tiffany's, blueberry sugar, marshmallow fireside, and a hint of pine. I would definitely want to try this scent again. I feel like years ago, you know, I didn't really like pine at all. I'm not a huge blueberry person, but I do like blueberry sugar. It's the Bath and Body Works type, and it's almost like a sweet candied blueberry, almost artificial, not super realistic, not bakery heavy in any way. I don't know if it was a combination. Like, these are weird notes to me. Cupcakes at Tiffany's blended with blueberry sugar, blended with pine. It doesn't seem like it fits super well with me, and I don't remember much about it, but I do remember not caring for it. But it's one that I would be willing to try again and see how I feel now, because your nose changes and time changes. Pearly Cues. This one is maraschino cherries and fizzy ginger ale. Simple, classic. For some reason, it made me think of New Year's Eve. Just, I don't know, the cherries and then something kind of fizzy to celebrate the new year. As long as the cherry isn't medicinal in any way, I think I would really like that scent. Simple, classic, but just a really pretty fragrance. I would definitely like to try that. And then lastly, for C, we have Cute as a Button. This is peonies, daisies, dogwood, pink kiwi, neroli, and pink sugar. Not sure this one's going to be for me. I like how there's the added fruit and the pink sugar to sweeten this one up, but this is very floral. You know, you got peonies, daisies, dogwood, neroli. This seems a little bit too floral for me, but I know there are a lot of floral lovers out there. I would still probably pick this up to try it, especially because you have the kiwi and the pink sugar. I'm willing to try anything, like I've said, especially if Tiffany is blending it. But that is it. If this video is not long enough, those are all of the scents in Tiffany's master scent list that start with the letter C. Thank you guys for bearing with me as I filmed on many different days, but that's just how we were gonna be able to get through a scent list like this. So now we've done A, B, C, D, E, and F. So I will start back on G for the next video. How many are in G? Is there a lot? No, G has maybe like 15. So maybe I'll combine G and H or something like that together. But we'll get there when we get there. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I really hope that you all enjoyed, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.